Hello there, my name is the Colossus. I'm a very big boy, and I don't really like the humans. So, in traditional manner, we blow them up. How's it going, guys? My name's C&CRenegade, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be going over the alien air units. Enjoy. How's it going, guys? Welcome to part 1 of the alien air unit introduction. So, the reason why it's in 2 parts is because we've got the first 3 units. We are just waiting for the final 2 for the alien side of things. Dram is working very hard to get the alien units out there, so we can then start pushing on to getting a full release going. Obviously, the AI needs to be improved as well with the human air units. Funnily enough, though, the AI for the alien units are pretty much in full working order. So, we're going to explore that a little bit more in a moment, but I want to introduce you guys to the 3 units that are coming out into the beta branch and into the full game. We're going to go and have a look at them in a second. You can already see the big boy. I've already introduced them into my intro. If you enjoyed that, and if you're going to enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. We go live with Silica on Sundays, every Sunday for Silica Sunday. And whilst the air units are not fully into the game yet, I will be looking to introduce a sort of trading system where you can trade in a certain amount of units on the field that you produce for ground forces in exchange for an air unit. So it kind of gives you like the eco building style without having the building itself. So yeah, if you're interested to see what that looks like, just look back at my last Silica Sundays. I would have done them in those Sundays streams, and you can see what I'm up to. But now we've got the introduction, the alien stuff. Yes, we're missing 2, but we'll get into that in the next episode, guys. So definitely click that follow button if you want to have a look at the next 2 alien units on the way out as well. So, without further ado, let's have a look at the big boy and the other 2. So you can't quite see the other 2, but they are there. And we've got ourselves some suitable test targets for these units as well. So, to start with, we have got ourselves the Colossus. So we've got ourselves the big old boy, as I like to call him. A pretty big unit. We're going to activate the HP. So you can see there we have got a massive amount of of HP. So you got themselves the Harvester there. So it's actually got the same pool as the Harvester, which is going to be 100,000 HP. Yeah, I mean, you can see the size comparison as well. The Colossus is pretty much on scale with the Harvester as a floating unit. So when you see this bad boy coming, you're going to see him coming from across the map without any issues. And we'll get into seeing what he does in just a second. Our second unit is going to be a ranged and melee type, which is going to be the Dragonfly. You can see it pretty much represents the Dragonfly itself. A bit more of a crabby form, as you can see by the looks of it. And it comes with 600 HP. Going over to the other unit here, which is called the Wasp. It is a pure melee type form. Again, it flies, it can land, it can walk. And that is pretty much the Wasp. So, let's have a look and see what the units are up to. So we're going to start with the Wasp here. We're going to start with the little unit to start with. They both got 600 HP between the Dragonfly and the Wasp. And flying-wise, they're pretty quick. They are pretty quick. And nice bit of altitude gain and decrease over time as well. As you can see, they're very maneuverable in that sense, and they can land as well there. And basically, the Wasp is just pure melee. So if I go ahead and go after the infantry, I won't go for the tanks just yet. We're going to go for the infantry to start with, and we're going to just attack a scout here. So 1 shot on a scout, and then you've got a secondary attack as well. Looks like we've got the flying melee, which, to be honest with you, if you could hit a aircraft with a Wasp, then you are an absolute god, because unless you're the AI, obviously. So, yeah, not bad. There's a secondary attack as well. We've got the tail attack. Now, I believe the tail attack might do some more damage to vehicles. Let's have a look. Okay, so around about just over 700 HP taken away from the squad. Normal melee attack only does about 200. So your tail attack is going to be stronger than your main attack. There's also a cooldown on the tail attack. So if you can actually see because of the way the camera sets the Wasp. But 1 melee. So about a 3-second cooldown on each melee attack there, which is Okay, because it is a lot more powerful. Better for taking down vehicles. The standard attack, though, is pretty good for taking down infantrymen. I mean, you can easily chomp them and get rid of them. So great for anti-infantry to start with. But yeah, that is the Wasp. Easy controls as well. Space to go up and elevate. To go down, you just hit control. So that is the Wasp for you. So we're going to be jumping over to the Dragonfly next, which reminds me of just a flying impaler. The reason why it reminds me of a flying impaler is because it does have a shooting attack, which is basically the impaler's main attack. Now, granted, it doesn't come from the tail, and it's a very good anti-infantry unit. As you can see, that I'm pretty much killing all these scouts in one shot. Granted, they only have 100 HP. I might spawn in some other units in a moment just to test out the damage figures and see how they fare well. But yeah, pretty much that. And then when he lands, his tail comes up. Now, he doesn't shoot from the tail. He still shoots from his mouth. But he does have that melee attack as well, which reminds me so much like the Impaler melee. It's very quick, very fast. And you use it as well in air as well there. So we're going to test on a tank or on a quad. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, so it does around about 900 damage by the looks of things. I've just left him. Actually, no, never mind. Nope, I can't read apparently. About 200 damage per hit. But it's very fast hits, yeah? And it's fully automatic as well. So you can just hold down the right click and you literally land on something and just go to work. That's something the air units are going to have for an advantage. Is going up against tanks, for example. They can just land on a tank, right? And then go for it, you know? And we're going to see this a lot more in the coming weeks when the air units start to release and we start to see the alien forces utilize those air units as well for trying to take down those pesky, annoying tanks from the human side of things. So that is the Dragonfly. Not much more to say about that. We're going to spawn in a few more units here because we're about to get to the big boy himself, the Colossus. So let's grab some more infantrymen. Now, in the intro, you'll have seen me open fire with the Colossus. Yeah, it is a nasty piece of work, and I'm about to show you why. So we're going to spawn in a silo, because we all like to see a silo detonate. So there we go, there's the silo. Also, if you want to know how to do this in sandbox mode, I have got a video out for the console command guide, so if you want to get into your own sandbox, do what I'm doing here, have a play around, and just mess about with the units. You can slow down time, you can speed up time, for example, speeding up time there. And you can see the wings are flattering a lot quicker. And slowing down time as well. And then to a pause. So, yeah. And you can also change change it from night to day. All from your number pad as well there. So we actually sped up time. Let's slow that down a little bit. There we go. Right. That is not what I want. Still not what I want. Please. There we go. So we got the Colossus. A massive amount of HP, 100,000. And we're actually going to turn off this just so we can see the sheer firepower of this big boy. So he's a very slow-moving unit. Now, he does take a lot of firepower, but he's very weak in the fleshy bits. And I will actually show you this in a moment, why he's so weak in the fleshy bits. I'm actually going to change the time here because it is not very clear at all. There we go. So it's nice and clear now. First of all, we're just going to open fire on this infantryman. And you're going to see how much devastation this big boy can do. Okay, so very long charge time. And reload time is just a little bit longer. But the devastation can be seen. That whole line of infantrymen vaporized in a single shot. Going for the next line of infantrymen, which are going to be heavies. Let's see how well the Colossus fares against these guys. Boom. So, not as bad. As you can see, the heavies, I mean, we've annihilated a few rows of them, but some of them still remain. We're now going to go for the silo. Now, how much HP has the silo got? So you've got 50,000 HP. Let's see how much the Colossus can do in a single shot. Boom. So that confirms that the silo can do. The Colossus can do over 50,000 damage. Now, we're going to just examine how much damage this man can do. Now, I believe the only one next to it is the Harvester, actually. We're going to hit the Harvester. Saves me have to spawn something else in. Right, so we're going to just turn around. You can see he's a big slow boy. He can turn very well. And this is going to be a strict disadvantage to the Colossus from other fighter craft. For example, human fighter craft. We'll be able to take advantage of the Colossus' slow movement. Same goes for infantrymen, actually. So he can actually shoot directly down. Basically, wherever his eye can see, he can shoot. So you could take pretty good advantage of this big boy and knock him out of the sky pretty easily. And I will show you this in a moment. But first, the Harvester goes down next. So we're about to hit the Harvester head on. There we go. Pretty much 56,000 HP dealt with a single shot. 56,000. So he is not to be trifled with. This is technically the siege unit for the aliens. So we know we got the siege tank, we got the rocket launchers, which are very good at taking down buildings. And even some of the tanks are as well. But this Colossus is not to be trifled with. He will annihilate anything in his path if he can see him. And he's best to stay at range. Now, I know he's a big flying boy and he's hard to miss. But he can still get taken out quite easily. And you can currently see there the hover tank is the only one surviving out of that. That's because the rail tank took most of the round. You can see the armored cars are gone as well as the quads. So the Colossus is a big nasty boy. And that is the siege unit for the aliens, I do believe. I don't think there's any other one coming for them. But don't get me wrong. Dram might have plans, even more plans. We'll see. However, we're going to show you how to remove the Colossus from the game. So, some of you guys might be worried about the Colossus being way too overpowered. However, he can be annihilated pretty quickly. Now, I can show you this in the strategy game, moreover, because then the AI is actually in control of the units themselves. But if I spawn in, for example, a few riflemen, right? Just underneath him. Now, he's going to try and get a shot on. However, he's really struggling to do so. He's like, oh my god, I can't quite get to them. Damn, what am I going to do? Like, oh no, I've got to spin myself around. What am I going to do here? And see how much rounds he's taken. How much damage he's also taken from just a few riflemen. He's almost dead already. The fleshy parts are super weak to be shot at from just gunfire alone. Yes, the hard carapace is pretty much invincible. But that's only really going to be affected by rockets and aircraft. So the Colossus is not invincible, so don't be worried about it, guys. However, a good Colossus player will be able to stay alive with the support of his teammates. So just bearing in mind that these are just riflemen alone. There are better units out there on the human side, and it will be able to dispatch the Colossus quite quickly. So that is the units. So we're actually going to jump into a strategy game quickly, and I'm going to show you the AI and see what they do with the Colossus and the other units. See how they move them. See how they use them. Now, Drown did say it's pretty much in full working order, so it may not be fully functional. But in previous testing that I did with the Colossus, I spawned them in without knowing that the AI was working correctly, and then I've lost them. So I had no idea where the Colossus went, and that was because the AI took control of the Colossus and sent him on his way. So that was quite funny. Yeah, that was actually quite funny. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of cheating just to speed things up here. So we're going to do resources, 999999. Wait, no, cheats are disabled. Cheats first, and then resources, 99999. And there we go. We've got more resources for these boys. And we're actually going to type build as well. Now, build, what it allows me to do is just auto-build everything. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because the AI tend to get very confused of what they're doing with their stuff. So we're just doing this quickly. I do believe... Wait, hold on. Where are we? Top left... Oh, God, right, okay. We're in probably the worst position you could be on a Rift basing game. We're going to go and help the humans out as well to get them off the ground as well for their buildings, because they only build 2 refineries at this time. Now, I do know there's one here. There we go. Oh, well, we found the humans as well, so they're very close. We're just going to put a few of these around. Gonna send these off into the direction they need to go in. The reason why I'm doing this is, like I said, just to get the aliens off the ground. They tend to only build a certain amount of structures and then stop working at that point. Boom. That's it. They're fully unlocked. And we are going to give them their greater pits as well. And then we're going to switch team. And then we go here and we go resources. 9999999. And then by the looks of it, because we have build mode on, which basically auto builds everything. As you can see, so quickly that these guys have already built and started producing units. We're going to get tech up, and we're going to get tech at max. And this will allow them to start producing siege tanks and other things as well, so we can actually see how they look going up against each other. I'm not going to spawn the human air units in. I'll leave you guys to research on that one if you feel to. I will be doing a later video when all the units are out and I'm able to use them all together. But I'm pretty much saving that for then. So, yeah. Okay. I think that's enough. I think, yeah, that is enough. So, we can now leave the humans to do what they want to do. So, going back to Alien, we're going to go infantry. We're going to take into our free cam mode. And we're going to spawn in a few of their boys. So, first of all, we're going to spawn in a few wasps. Let's see what they're up to. So, are they going to use them? Yep. Oh. They're going. And a few dragonflies as well. They're being commanded to go to other places. They're landing on the cliffs. They're crawling around. The dragonflies also being sent around as well. So, yeah. They're off on their adventures. Because they don't fly for much, though. They do land. Which is probably where they would need a little bit of rectifying to allow them to fly a little bit more. But as you can see, the aliens can take control. We are going to spawn a Colossus. And we're going to see what they do with the Colossus as well now. Okay, I went a bit mad, but we'll see. I want to see how the AI reacts to these. Are they just going to land these dragonfly, or are they going to actually do something with them? The AI might be a bit confused with what's happening. The next thing I want to try as well is if I can manually move them as the commander. So you can see the Colossus actually being moved across the cliff there. And he is going to be looking to engage very, very soon. So we're going to actually go back and we're going to go and take control of the alien commander. Let's have a look. Okay, so there you go. So the move orders for the Dragonfly, or the air units in general, I would believe, aren't working. Unless you're landed. Okay, there we go. And there's no bind to get the units to take off or anything like that. So, however, the Colossus seems to be working perfectly fine. So there you go. That's how you learn. But you can see the Colossus is totally usable. That's because he doesn't have a land feature or a fly feature. He's just automatically flying. So he's just able to roam around and, do some things. As you can see, he is currently in a combat scenario and he is about to die. And that just shows the Colossus, as strong as he may be, he will get annihilated just by gunfire alone. I know there's a few tanks I produced before. I took control of the aliens just to show off their rounds as well. But you could see most of it was just coming from quads. So what we're going to do quickly is we're actually going to kill these off, I think. They are lagging out my game just a tiny bit, but that's fine. We're going to go back to infantry. We're going to take control. How much damage are we doing? Not much at all, is there? Right, okay. I'm going to try it, and we'll see how it goes, I suppose. Probably going to miss, but we'll see. There we go. Right. I mean, it killed a fair amount. It didn't kill them all, but we'll do a few more. I think I spawned them up way too high for the AI to take command of them. We'll see if we can kill off another few. That's my bad for spawning so many. Yeah, I missed. Okay, we'll leave them there. We'll leave them there. It's fine. I wonder if it is actually a height ceiling issue why the AI won't take control of a flyer. Let's have a look. Nope, the Colossus is being moved. So it's not. It's just to do with a group of dragonflies, I suppose. Yeah, that's a shame. But like I said, guys, they're not out just yet. And they're not in full working order. For example, when they're flying and they've landed, they no longer fly. Apart from the Colossus. But we won't continue to play the game like this. It was just a mere showcase, you know, to show you guys how these air units are currently working in the game and the ones that are currently being added in. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have fun. You know, jump on in on Silica Sundays. This Sunday I will be trying to introduce these air units into the alien versus human side of things. Yeah, it's just so you guys can have some fun. You can play with them in a real life scenario against other players. Yeah, I'll see you Sunday at 7 PM if you're going to be joining me UK time. And yeah, without further ado, join the Discord. Sorry, I'd add that one in. Join the Discord. It's in the link down below. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.